If f prime of x is greater than 0 for all real numbers x, and the integral from 4 to 7 of f of t dt equals 0, which of the following could be values of x f of x? Okay. I see what's going on here. So think of this as, instead of x f of x, xy. And this is y. And what this is saying is it's giving you some data points. So it's first saying that as x goes up, y goes up. And this is also saying that from 4 to 7, the average value is 0. So if you think of this, this might be like a graph. So maybe something like this, where it always goes up, and there's enough below the 0 and enough above 0 so they exactly cancel out. So they give you 2 data points, and then, so here, this is x, this is y. Okay. So now, armed with that piece of data, let's figure this out. So, it looks like all the x values are 4, 5, and 7. Okay, which makes sense because it goes through this. Okay, so this, the y's are always increasing. Check. So that first requirement's met. But all the y values are above 0, so there's no way that they can cancel out to be, when added up, to be 0. So this would be a graph kind of like this, maybe. So, and the idea here is this integral would not be 0. We need something below the x-axis. Like that? But the x-axis moved. Terrible. Okay. So, this is the same idea where we're always increasing, but they're all below 0. So when you took the integral, it would be negative. So that's not going to work. This one, 4, 5, 7, still increasing, have some above 0 and some below 0. So this is a possibility. This doesn't work because its f prime of x is greater than 0, not f prime of x greater than or equal to 0. So this one won't work because it has to be greater than, not greater than, equal to. And this one won't work because f of prime of x is not increasing for all numbers greater than 0, or for all real numbers. So we see here that it goes up and then goes down to -6, then back up again. So this one doesn't work. So the only one of these that meets both conditions being that f prime of x is greater than 0, so the x should keep going up each time, or the y should keep going up each time as long as the x is going up, and that the integral equals 0. This shows that it's possible that you could draw something so that you got some below, some above, and so the integral, it's possible that the integral could be 0. So we're not saying that by giving these 3 points we know the integral is 0. We're just saying maybe. And that's how you would approach this problem. This is a good problem because it gives you a couple of seemingly random pieces of data, and you kind of have to work with it. So not too bad. You have maybe 2 or 3 minutes to do this problem. So, you think through it and you can do it. Not too bad.